Hello, everyone. My name is Eric K. Thomas, editor-in-chief of the Quintessential Gentleman. And today we're here for a really, really good conversation. So we're going to be talking with the head coach of Cirque du Soleil Echo, Mr. Antonio Moore. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on?
And the artiste, Antino Pansa. How are you doing?
I'm good. And you?
Good, good. I'm doing good. How you guys doing? All right. You guys enjoying yourself? You all right? Where you guys at? In Atlanta? Or
DC.
This is
is that where?
DC. Tyson's
DC.
Corner.
Oh, nice, nice. That's good. Were you enjoying some CBC activities or no?
Yeah, getting out and about.
Perfect, perfect. So we're super excited to talk with you guys. I'm super excited because one, I have been tumbling since I was like 6. I actually got a scholarship to tumble. I was on the cheerleading team, all of that good stuff. So I know, well, all right, let me not say that. I'm good. I ain't like y'all, but I definitely know what's going on. So it's super excited to speak with you both. So thank you so much for this. Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. I want to know, first and foremost, just how you both kind of got into working with Cirque du Soleil. And let's go ahead and start with you, Antonio.
I started out the same as a street tumbler, gymnast, acrobat, circus, all the way around. I've been performing for quite a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm originally from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up there, ended up performing in California, then kind of touring around about a bit. And then I joined Cirque in 2007.
Nice, nice. So did you always know like what? So for me, what stopped my career in gymnastics was I was on the cheerleading team in college, and they put men in the air in college. They didn't do that in high school, and that was it for me. So that was the end of my career. I was up there on the top. I said, no, this isn't going to work for me. But how was kind of that the trajectory?
For me, it was more so I was looking for something more exciting, different than what I was doing already. Competing gymnastics was the normal, is what everybody did. So I wanted to perform. I wanted to be in front of people. I wanted to have fun.
Nice, nice. No, that's awesome. And Tino, talk to me. Tell me a little bit about your journey to Cirque du Soleil.
so I actually started like circus at my country, my hometown, French Guiana, Saint-Laurent du Maroni. So I started there when I was like 14 with some friends, and it was more like like no more activity. It was not supposed to be like my work and everything. And when I know like I can be better, I get better and better. And I was like, why not trying out to do more? And I go to the National Circus School in Montreal. And after I finish, I do like some festival at some other company, and Cirque so they reach out to me, and I was like, yeah, why not?
Awesome, awesome. So when did you know that this was something that could be a career? Because, kind of talking to Antonio, we kind of had the same thing. It's like you don't really see it. Like everyone does gymnastics and then that's it. You don't really see too many other opportunities. When was that moment when you were like, oh, this is actually something that could be a profession and I can do this as a career?
So where I'm from, actually, is no circus there. That was the first circus. I'm the first circus artist from there, actually. So it
Wow.
was no example, nothing. So when I go to Europe and I realized like on the school, I was kind of have facility more than the other, like to jumping, to do slack wire. And I was like, I'm gonna try it out to see if I can go more.
Interesting. Interesting. How about you and Antonio? When was it that moment that you were like, oh, this is actually a career?
Uh, I came from very low income as well. And, I worked at UPS, I worked at Walgreens. And after going around here, seeing Ringling Brothers as you're growing up, you kind of see those guys like the Chicago Boys and all the other different groups doing things. And you realize, wait, these guys actually do this on a normal basis.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was motivation for me.
Nice, nice. So what I want to go to you, Antonio, real quick, because you are the head coach for this latest show with Cirque du Soleil, but you also were a performer. I want to know, what was that transition like for you? And also what was like the most challenging part about it?
Ooh, the hardest part already is, knowing when to throw in the gloves, as you say.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Performing was great. I did it for Cirque. I did it for many other companies all over. But at some point, as you get older, your body starts to take a toll on you. You know, I got two kids, and trying to set an example of just flipping off stuff doesn't work too long. So
Right, right. No, I get it. I get it. And just a little bit, Antonio, come back to you. You know, I always say for me, you know, I can't wait. I'm hoping that I have kids so that well, hopefully when I have kids, that I can say, oh, I can do this and kind of beat them in certain things. But as I get older, the chances of that happening is very, very slim to know. How was that experience when they're where you're actually able to, you know, kind of have those conversations and they see like kind of the things that dad can do?
it's kind of the most exciting part for me. Right now, my son is 11, turning 12, and like
Okay.
it's perfect because I get to experience what he's going through. I've already done it, but I get to relive
Yep.
it for him. So
Yep.
it's great. My daughter's the same way. She's only 4, but she's growing fast. She's flexible. She's got the drive, you know, like most kids don't have. She's got it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, Antino, I want to know, you know, what was it like attending the National Circus School of Montreal? Like, what was that experience? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, like, oh, you guys are just, you know, having fun all day. But I really would like to know, like, kind of what the day to day, like, what that looks like.
But first of all, that's a very competition school. So it's
Hmm.
not and everything. You have to make like a big audition and everything. So
Okay.
I'm in Paris, and when I got in, it was like I kind of do the audition, but I wasn't sure I was going to get in. So when
Okay.
I got in, I was so happy, and like for me, it was a dream to get there. Actually, for me, got there, and after work with Cirque Soleil for sure, and that was
Yeah.
like my objective for my life. So when I got to the school, we have like training. We have like also classes, normal classes like
Yeah.
is French, anatomy, whatever, coming. And we have also dance, acting, a lot of stuff. And we learn like also tumbling, hand to hand. It depends on the people on. We also do both like handstand the ground, a
Yeah.
lot of stuff combined together on the circus school.
So what is kind of the transition from graduation, right? So it's the, you know, you have the different elements of performing and then you can kind of go off and do whatever kind of makes sense in that particular space, right? Was there like an easier transition for you just saying, okay, this is after I graduate, I'm going straight to this particular job, or kind of what was that kind of experience?
For me, when I'm done, my 3 years, I did 3 years there. And I was
Yeah.
like, I want to do like some festival. And after I realized like
Mm,
it's opportunity also on the normal contract with a Seven Finger or like a company in Switzerland called Circus Monty. I worked
hmm.
with, that was a good experience for me too. Like come back with different company. And also I do a lot of like even most time like small contract, you know, when they call you to come and you go and one day and you do your number and you just go back and that's fun too. I mean, I don't know how to call that in English. Sports event, yes, that's very fun
Okay.
too. And at the same time, you got to. I mean, my goal was to work with Cirque Soleil for sure, but I was on the side, I was doing like a lot of stuff. It was fun too.
Awesome, awesome. So I want you both to talk to me about the industry as a whole, right? Like I'm not sure kind of like the diversity piece of it and seeing, again, I'm just super excited to have these type of conversations because there's going to be little boys like me, little boys like you, Antonio, and you, Antino as well, that, you know, are now able to say like, this is a career path and this is something I can do. But I want to know what it looks like from the from a diversity perspective, specifically in that industry. Is it pretty diverse, or is there some challenges and can do better? We'll go ahead and start with you, Antonio.
As far as diversity, you know, it exists in every job you work in. The fun thing about Circus is that everybody you work with is from somewhere completely different. So they're all experiencing something completely different. You know, they're learning about you, you're learning about them, and the new environment you're working in on a daily basis. So that's kind of the beauty of Circus compared to any other job. You know, you come in and you do your 9 to 5 and you clock out. Here you come in and you got to get to know the person you're on stage with because your life may be in his hands, his life may be in your hands. You working together the entire time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get it. How about you? Is there anything you want to add, Antino?
Yeah, it's like you got to learn from the people you got to meet also, and like every day it's like circus is fun and also hard because you got to like be on shape every day and try to do what you have to do. what you're engaged to do and everything. And you get to meet a lot of people, and also the people around you motivate you to get better. And it's cool. I'm doing everything nowadays. So.
Perfect, perfect. So talk to me a little bit about like one day and kind of while you are like you do have a show that night. So is it like practice, training, in the weight room? Because I know that of course there's a big piece of gym that has to be on there. At this point, as I get heavier, being able to hold myself up gets a little tough. So I would love to know what's like a day to day. Let's go ahead and start with you, Antino.
So, for example, for the Wednesday, it's the chilliest day. When we come back, we have like some training on the day, and you come in, do whatever you want. You can do like little workout, get back shape, and do makeup and everything. And you have to wait for the show call and everything. And after we have the show, and also I'm used to warm up on the break of the show, so I have like 15 minutes to warm up on my slap wire to go on and keep going for the show. But in the morning, I'm more relaxed until like 12 when I get here, eat, and start the day.
Awesome, awesome. How about you, Antonio?
Mine is a lot longer than that. I'm usually here for the first training or rehearsal of the day, just so we go through kind of, especially the beginning of the week, every act, get a certain amount of time on stage to kind of get going. And then there's also trainings that are happening backstage, like you say, weight training or things that weren't really scheduled on stage that can be scheduled backstage. So kind of multitasking, bouncing back and forth between the two.
Awesome. So, excuse me, we're going to get into, I want to get into Echo in a little bit. My last question, just kind of overall, is there ever any like fear kind of with the work that you do, just of things going wrong or like somebody kind of messing up and having opportunity? I guess in my just so in my head it's like, oh, after you do it enough times you get more comfortable, but again, this is something that kind of changes every new show. There's a different things that's going on, so I want to know kind of, are you just completely good and over it now, like meaning like you could just go into it and do it, or is there always this maybe some type of fear in the back of your head? I'll start with you, Antonio, since you're out of the game for and then I'll go to Antino.
I mean, in my case, from a coaching perspective, the fear is always there. I've seen the reality way too many times, so I'm constantly on the edge, waiting, watching, hoping for the best, but they're just in case.
Got it.
Yeah.
And Tino, how about you?
So for me, like my discipline, like warrior, it's a lot of like balancing and everything. So it's not every day the same. So you have to be ready every time for change. If you don't be able to do your handstand today, so it depends really like the balance you have also, and be ready to fall if you have to, and always be wake up in case something gonna happen.
Awesome. All right, so we're getting into Echo. I need to know, let's start with you, Antonio. What's up with Echo? Tell us about the story.
Oh man. It's a fun show. A good quick description is, it's amazing cube on stage. Mm-hmm. That's a big introduction as you walk in. You see this thing sitting there waiting for you. This whole interaction happens with the two characters. I'm not going to fill the entire story out for you because it was the whole point. But this cube opens up, it moves around, everything happens revolving in it and around it, on top of it. There's acrobatics nonstop. There's amazing guys on stage doing things you can't believe are happening right in front of your face. Audience have been loving it. This show has more diversity than any other Cirque show that's ever existed. It's a nice gift on stage, honestly. And I mean, in the box, the cube symbolizes the gift that's being presented to the audience.
Awesome. And we cannot wait to unwrap that gift. And Tino, I want to know from you, what are you most excited for people to see when they attend?
What is the... C'est quoi
le truc le plus excité que les gens voient quand ils regardent le spectacle?
Oh, my act. I'm excited to go see my act, like to show them like what I got in the pocket. So yeah, for me, for sure.
Oh, so you're just excited for them to see you. Got it.
I mean, don't knock his act is pretty bad. I mean, it's pretty good. It will definitely put you back in your seat.
Listen, I'm telling them the reason to go ahead.
We're here for people got to see us anyway, so that's what we got to do. That's all work.
Yeah. I'm changing this article. The reason to see Cirque du Soleil Echo, Antino Pansa. That's it.
You would love that way too much.
You would love it, right?
You know that we're gonna get too much people here. So
They will all be upset. It will be hate mail coming to you. The rest of your cast be like, "What's going on here? Hold on, he's not the whole show." Perfect. So, I want to know like a little bit about kind of like the feeling, right, that you want people to kind of feel after leaving the show. I feel like these type of performances, which is similar to TV, film, Broadway, where like they're the reason that you're doing, yes, you're telling a story, but there's always an underlying message, and it's written so well, but it's acted in excellence. I would love to know what you want people to feel after exiting the show.
From my perspective, I think you see the camaraderie. You see a bunch of people on stage in all shapes and colors, animals, humans in every aspect, but they're all working together for the same thing. So you'll see happiness, you'll see excitement, you'll see sadness. It's all there. So being the setup of the stage itself that comes to you, you feel more involved.
Yeah.
So I think
Awesome.
from what I can see, people can honestly feel it when they watch it.
Amazing. And Antino, what about you? What would you like people to feel? Also, to feel like you are the best. We already know that that's there, but outside of that,
I want them to feel like. I mean, also before I have the same feeling when I was watching a circus. When I was an artist, for me, like I want them to feel the same way. So to be like MRB,
a sense of wonder.
A sense of wonder, and also confused and very excited and very happy about what they're saying for sure, and go home and talk about it. And yeah.
Awesome. So I want to know, for young boys that look like all of us on this call right now, what advice would you give them about, if they want to get into the circus? Let's start with you, Antino.
So what I can give them is like, if they have something in mind, just keep going. It's gonna be hard to get in the top for sure, and just keep going. Work hard to whatever you want to go, and make friends with good people to help you out.
You got to have good people around you. Have to have good people around you. How about you, Antonio?
For me, from someone coming from my background, I would say you'll get 100 no's and you'll get one yes. Yeah. And all you need is one yes. Yeah. So don't give up, just keep going.
No, that's awesome. And my last question is, I just want to know, what can we look forward to from you guys from now? Let's go ahead. Antino, what can we look forward to from you?
What's next, Jean?
What's next?
Yeah.
After Echo?
Yeah. General in your life, what is word 5?
Oh, what is for me, it's like my goal, let's say after Echo, I was planning still to like a lot of festivals, get some prize and show my creativity, because I have more to give as an artist, and I have a lot of my creation to combine together. The thing about this show, when you walk inside like this, you kind of, you have somebody telling you what to do exactly. So I want to make my own creation to put in front of people. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's amazing. How about you, Antonio?
Same thing, bigger, better, more opportunities for people like us. They haven't always existed, and now they're presenting themselves more and more. So let's just keep it growing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Why stop now?
Why stop now? Exactly. So I am super excited to see the show. I know that I'm definitely going to see it. I'm gonna try to sneak backstage to be able to do that. So Justine, I'm looking at you to make sure you make that happen.
Just a little forward today,
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for having this conversation with us. We really appreciate it. Cirque du Soleil Echo will be in Atlanta, I believe November 5th. Does it start out, Justine? Confirm it for me. Yep. Perfect. Thank you guys for taking the time to speak with me. I really appreciate it, and good luck. And I can't wait to see you guys in November.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Thank you.